First 15, we've got high knees. Let's do this. Time to go.
I think we had a good turnout the first one. Nick Easter was there, Ollie Cohn, Mark Lambert, Ugo Monnier, Chris Robshaw, Danny. Danny's been a regular actually. He's taking his fitness quite seriously, I think, over lockdown. Joe Marler rocked up literally for 30 seconds just to laugh at people. And yeah, we had a really good turnout. And then subsequently I had a few messages from guys that I know from Quins, whether I played with them or they were actually there when I was on the commercial side of the club. So James Horwell, for example, Tim Visser, they went, "Oh, thanks for the invite, Skins." And I was like, "Well, hang on a sec, it was just from this other WhatsApp group." And so I set up a new WhatsApp group, just and with everybody from the old one joined. All of James and Tim Visser and Lukey Wallace came in, and then it just expanded and grew. We've got Andrew Mertens on there, we've got Tani Fuga, we've got Nicholas Spanghero, people from all corners of the earth, all who have played for Harlequins, now coming in and joining classes pretty much once or twice a week. They're not the most intense things in the world. They're 20 minutes of supposedly fitness and probably 15 minutes of and banter. But yeah, it's really nice. It's probably more mentally satisfying than it is physically, but it's been really good. So the classes came about. I basically sent a WhatsApp to the group that I had, that I'm part of the 2012 winners, when lockdown happened here in Singapore. And I said, "Look, guys, as I'm sure you've heard, lockdown's happening here as well. I work in the fitness industry and we have gyms and physiotherapy clinics. And we've had to, move very quickly to our digital offering and try and promote that. And obviously knowing that a decent number of them have quite high social followings. And the brilliant thing about a digital element is that people over in the UK or wherever can follow us or speak to some of our trainers, for example. And I said, "Look, guys, this is shameless, but can you plug it a bit?" And they went, "Yeah, absolutely. We're all in this together. Be very happy to. And actually, why don't we do some online classes together to all catch up?" I was like, "Yeah, all right. I mean, me personally, I'm not qualified, but I'll do them. And I can't break them any more than they're currently broken, being all majority ex-professional rugby players." So yeah, so everybody goes, "Right, yeah, let's signed up," sent them a Zoom link. And I think the next day at 4 o'clock my time or 3 o'clock my time, 9 a.m. their time, we were sweating it out doing a fitness session, which was, yeah, phenomenal. It was great to catch up with everybody. Some guys that I literally hadn't spoken to in years, some that I speak to pretty much every week, but a lot of guys that I hadn't spoken to in years, so it's phenomenal. It's a Zoom call with potentially 25 people on there. So, no one does a big monologue or, updates. I mean, any newcomers coming in, we always, say, "Oh, how are you doing?" Nicholas Spanghero, who's obviously in France. Not many guys had spoken to him. So we asked them the questions. And then inevitably we just revert back to the same old banter as we were spouting 10 years ago almost. About watching Mike Ross trying to do a burpee is absolutely hilarious. And it's just like a time machine back 10 years ago where we're all enjoying ourselves. We're all bonding over a pretty hard session. They all hate the coach, who's me ultimately, because I'm devising the session. And yeah, and then afterwards we usually have a catch up for about 4 or 5 minutes if people can talk. And then inevitably it's the WhatsApp chat that goes on in and around the sessions as well. It's been really good, seeing old photos or just, again, recycled old chat that we were spouting 10 years ago.